This video is intended to foster open and respectful dialogue about identity and race. I fully respect the dignity and equality of all people, regardless of their background. I encourage viewers to approach this conversation with an open mind and respectful attitude.
Question. Do you believe white privilege is a real thing? And if so, what precisely are its implications to modern society?
What is white privilege? White privilege describes advantages and benefits people have simply because they are white. This privilege occurs on many levels in society. It is often not seen by white people because it's the experience they know. White privilege is interacting with the police and other authorities without fear of being profiled based on skin color. It's living in a neighborhood without facing discrimination. Having parks and grocery stores nearby. It's knowing you will be treated fairly by the teachers in your classroom. Recognizing white privilege acknowledges the injustices that Black, Indigenous, and people of color experience that white people don't. It does not mean white people live free of hardships, but that racism isn't one of them.
In a calm and respectful way, I would like to dive into this topic throughout the course of this video, specifically by analyzing certain interviews that were given by both white and Black people in the 1960s and today regarding their attitudes towards race. Okay, so I wanted to start things off by showing you some interviews that were given by white people living in suburban America back in 1964, so exactly 60 years ago, just after a civil rights bill had been proposed. Take a look.
Mrs. J.D. Marlin, and I think this is the most ridiculous thing that has ever happened. The Negroes are just as free as we are. They have the same opportunity to work and to build their part of the town up just the same as we have. I just don't understand it and don't approve of it. I'm going to stand up for my rights.
Thank you very much. Jim Knight with WALB Television News. We're soliciting the views of Albany people on the Civil Rights Bill. Would you like to give us your views?
Well, I think if they remain peaceful, it would be a lot better than perhaps the violence that would be concerned. Well, of course, being a Southerner, I'm not for it at all.
I see.
And I just don't know how it's going to turn out. I hope we don't have any trouble.
We're soliciting opinions on the Civil Rights Bill. Would you like to give us yours?
I'm sorry, but I don't think it's the time right now. I think they have equal rights, though.
Thank you very much. Would you like to express your views?
No, I don't think so.
How about you?
Nope.
What I'd have to say wouldn't be fit to go on air.
Thank you very much.
I don't like it. I think they're just trying to put something on us that we don't want.
I see.
We ought to have a national election on it rather than just letting 9 men tell us what we got to do.
And how about you?
I feel the same.
Fine, thank you very much.
I sure don't like it, that's for sure.
I see. Do you feel this will have any effect on your life directly?
I imagine it will.
Thank you very much.
I'm afraid we might have niggers to live next door to us.
Alright, I will be sharing my thoughts on those interviews in a minute, but I wanted to quickly fast forward to 2021. This is a TikTok video that was released by AOC and her boyfriend.
It's been helpful to you in combating racism?
I think it's helpful and important to talk to other white people about racism, and I think a lot of people, they don't want to be racist, they don't think that they're racist, but they also don't know some of the things that they believe or say are and can be racist. And I think one of the effective ways is just to talk and kind of help teach them about why some of the things they believe or say or think are wrong. Not necessarily racist, but that they're wrong. And that'll sort of chip away and, contribute to some development in this area, but not necessarily take somebody from being a racist to not being a racist in one conversation.
And it's just always being open to learning about racist things that we may have said or done.
Okay, before I give my opinion on both of these clips, I just wanted to say that guy, so he's the boyfriend of AOC, I believe they are now engaged, congratulations to them. That guy has to be the most effeminate, least masculine man I have ever seen in my entire life. And I haven't even given my thoughts on what he's actually said. That's just an observation, I guess, that I have on his temperament. I don't want to go into details about what the dynamics might be in that kind of relationship, but that's just my opinion on how he comes across. Now, in terms of my opinion on the interviews, look, I think we can all agree that the opinions expressed by the white shoppers in the suburbs in America back in 1964 are quite extreme. There is definitely some form of prejudice in those opinions, and I think most people in today's world would condemn such positions. However, I don't believe that the appropriate response to those views is the way AOC's boyfriend views this topic. There needs to be some form of middle ground, a happy medium, if you will, between both of those extreme viewpoints. Another fascinating part of this conversation is a comparison that I'm about to share with you between certain viewpoints that were expressed by some black people in the 1960s civil rights era, and then we're going to compare them to some of the more modern black positions on this topic. Have a look.
Is there anyone here who feels that man is not basically lazy, or that people are not basically lazy?
I haven't had no rosy life, and I don't think there are very few in here that have had a real rosy life. I was motivated by OIC to come and better myself, to, in other words, I see other people with good jobs, good houses, you know, nice things. I say to myself, well now, why can't I get off of my lazy behind and get some of these things?
Colored kids have no image. Our images are white. There's no ambition. Who can we say that was great?
There's a lot of the Negroes complain about we never had. I grant you, the Negro has been discriminated against 100%. Yes, I grant you that. But not only Negro, not only the Negro, but look how many Jews. Look how many Jew people were burned in thousands. But yet these people didn't let it stop them. They wanted something. They wanted. That's right. You know what I think? So why can't the Negro do this? Stop being lazy. Stop waiting for someone to hand something out to you.
Okay, let's compare that with some interviews that were given this year.
No, that's not okay. It's terrible to be white.
You know, I got called the N-word the other day. You know, I couldn't really do anything due to the fact that, you know, if I did anything, I may get shot by the police. So, you know, that's white privilege. You know, some people can do certain things that, you know, African Americans really can't do.
What are some other examples of white privilege that you think you see in your day-to-day life where white people might get certain benefits from society that, you know, you don't?
Banks. If you have bad credit or you have okay credit like I do, why can't you give me a chance to build my credit? They give it to the white man or the white woman real quick. Why you don't think that I want that?
I think what we see in the clips from the 1960s is people that genuinely feel oppressed, but that are trying wholeheartedly to come up with a productive, constructive solution for everybody in America. I feel like the way in which race is conceptualized by black people and white people in today's world tends to just evolve into name-calling, bullying, and it doesn't ultimately end up being constructive in any way at all.
Take them back to Europe with y'all. Innovative, emasculating people, incapacitated, indisposed, emaciated,
genuine hope is that we can one day live up to what was MLK's dream, which is people being judged on the content of their character as opposed to the color of their skin. Hopefully this happens sooner rather than later.